Hello, welcome to my channel. The time now is 5 o'clock, Saturday, April the 23rd. My day topic is about why do people love this flag so much, and I must give praises to the Most High before I do anything. I just want to say at one time the flag wasn't for everybody, and I still don't think it's for everybody. People of color just got caught up in the mix. The American flag was for all these rights that people say they got now in the Constitution. All this stuff was for white Americans that was descended from Europeans. That's why I'm not saying all of them like that. That's why when I was at the church last Saturday, nobody wanted to hear about Indians. Well, I talk about them because those are my ancestors. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but right is right. It wasn't for people of color. And all this stuff they talk about, you talking about Benjamin Franklin, and where you think he got the Constitution from Native Americans. And when they be talking about the flag was still standing, I guarantee you they probably had people fighting the wars, but I don't think none of them people was black or Indian. On both sides was Europeans fighting for so they could take this country. When they said um, what was holding the flag up, the British fleet wanted to know what was holding the flag up, dead bodies. But the dead bodies that was holding the flag up probably all white people. Unless I'm wrong, somebody could say I'm wrong. I like to be educated too. I'm not like the audit people. They don't like nobody to educate them because they think they superior and they think they know every damn thing, but they don't. They don't know nothing about anything. You never heard them say nothing in their audits like, well, we should give thanks to Native Americans. Like nobody act like natives was a part of this country, which they were, and that's all that's to it. I'm very angry when I was at the church last Saturday when I brought up the missing girls from their reservation. Nobody wanted to hear. All they wanted to do is hear about Ukraine and that thing. And then I found out this Saturday I went to church. Now I see all they because a lot of white people in Connecticut, a lot of them is descended from Ukraine people. That's why they had a big bucket up there throwing money. They're raising money for them. I mean that's bad, but we had major disasters in this country too. And nobody don't say nothing about that. It don't get televised or nothing. But that who's running this country is not right. That's why I told a girl, uh, the independence that wasn't for y'all either. Everybody just got caught up in that because they think it was for them. That was all for white Americans and all that stuff that y'all be talking about. I don't got nothing. I like Irish. I like to see them do that Irish jig, but that wasn't for y'all either. And y'all get caught up in these holidays. Y'all don't care about nothing being right. And even though some cops do bad things, I had people trying to fund the precinct. If you have do something like that, which I don't think will ever happen, people want to because they want to control their own stuff. It'll be major. People you think killing people of color, so it'll be a war zone. You wouldn't be if it was all that bad, like they said. Right now, you could even go outside. A cop be shooting anybody that come outside. So who wants to be under their rule too and stuff like that? So that's what I'm trying to say. When they talk about Benjamin Franklin and all that stuff, where you think he got his Constitution from? And they always question other people like, you don't know the First Amendment. They don't know anything about anything because they did. They would know that um, the country was seized. When they say they follow the law, I bring it up again. When they say they follow the law, I know you got to have a law. Every country have their own law. But our law and system in this country is fake. When you see somebody's country, you come with your own religion, your own system, your own law. So what they follow ain't right either. They must don't know that. And our country ain't far from being like this is not Nazi Germany. Our country ain't far from being like that. Because you have the wrong people in charge of things. And when I said before, like about the flag. When they said the flag was still standing there, I guarantee you when the British took American white hostages and America stole some British soldiers, they said, we'll give you back your soldiers if you give us back ours. That was for them. They was fighting for them. They wasn't fighting for no other people. That's why all these people about our fathers died for these rights. Who rights you talking about? Because the rights still ain't changed. Sometimes the system works. Sometimes it don't work for you. If you're the wrong person of color, it definitely ain't gonna work for you. That's why I tell my son, try to stay on the good side of this law. But once you get caught up in that system, your behind is grass. That's why I tell my son to try not to get in that system, and because it's not good for you. Especially that's why it's not good for a Black American, not good for an indigenous people, and that's why I keep talking about this. And um, like when I was talking about the Indians needed stove, I showed pictures of my channel to make sure people know I was in line. Some people say they trying to raise money, they be raising it for themselves, like them fake ass people had raised all this man money for this man and tried like he was a soldier. He was homeless. They found out when he went in home, they were taking the money. I think Dr. Phil had them on his show. He was asking them what happened to the money, and they couldn't even explain because he was taking his wife going on trips. That's why I made sure I showed the picture because I don't want nobody to think that I'm trying to get sympathy for some. I don't do that. Other people do get sympathy when they come in this country, and people here don't get anything. That's why I'm not patriotic to the flag, and that's why I don't know what's so great about this flag. I mean, you had to have some kind of law when you and stuff like that. But what happened to the Indians was bad enough, and they got a real raw deal. My ancestors, but nobody cares as long as there are people here today. That's all that matter. They don't care about Indians. That's why nobody wanted to discuss them. If it wasn't for Indians, Indians gave us a rich people, a rich culture and mystery and stuff like that. If it wasn't for the Indian, nobody wouldn't be doing anything in this country now. And when I have to try to be nice to immigrants, I'm not saying all of them like that, but they act like I'm the enemy. When they see me, they look at me like I'm garbage. And when like it was a girl at the Stop and Shop about a week ago, and she was asking people to give her money, to get something to eat, and had pictures of her children. I know it's a hustle because a lot of immigrants do that. They make you feel sorry for them, and they be having nice cars. And I seen her husband already out there watching her back. It was a scam. That's what I'm saying. I don't trust people because they got when a man did it to me before, and I try to make peace with people. You can't make peace with people. People they just like um those hyenas don't get along with lions. That's how people are. Getting back to this flag, I be hearing people that there's old glory. Y'all don't know what the flag did to Native American Indians, especially Lakota's got a real bad deal for no reason. When a scout brought the soldiers to their camp, waving their American flag, and they just shot down women and children. For what reason? Nobody don't like. If I talk about that, that's negative. That's in the past. It's not in the past. You get to have stuff still happening to Indians to this day, and nobody holler. One time an Indian gets some recognition, somebody had to get killed. He still don't holler get no recognition. Nobody looking at what he do, but something happening. It can be thousands and thousands of miles away, and it make the news immediately, and that's not fair. And I know people supposed to care about their people, but it's not fair to do that to anybody else that you in this country for. I even heard Nelson Mandela. I didn't hear my fiance heard him said on national television. What about Black Americans? Would you do something to help their cause? He said, I'm only for my own people. He said that on television. I don't hate him or anything, but I saw you. That's what they're about. Most of them come in this country um, to get something not from you, but from our people, and they give it to them. And that's why I say they keep trying to make it like the flag is for everybody. That flag came down hard on the Dakotas, and then people look at those stupid president heads that's in those mountains don't even supposed to be there. That was like sacred. It's like if I made something for you and I give it to you, it's sacred to you because I gave it to you. Only time you want somebody to touch it, unless they ask, you don't supposed to touch people's stuff. Like a girl did that to me. She touched my braids and to see what they were real, and they are real. But even if they wasn't, you don't touch somebody's stuff. But some people don't have no training, and I know a lot of audit people don't have no training because you don't see, even though they get to my report report fake stuff, you don't see no reporters, ABC, CNN, go up in buildings and harass people. They the only one do that. And if you don't get a direct answer from them, they start calling you all kind of names, and they think that, to me, they think they above the law. Because when an officer tell you to leave, you got to have a reason to have tell me to leave. No, they don't. If you cause a disturbance, a cop. That's why a lot of times I know a lot of them don't win stuff in court, and they always talk about suits. This is all about money. It's a hustle, and they don't care what they give a damn. They don't care about no amendment. That's only a front. They pimp that first, third, fourth, fifth amendment, whatever you want to call it. They pimp that like a man pimp a woman on the street for prostitution. That's why I don't like a lot of them because they don't. They think they know everything. I don't know everything. It's impossible. You can live to be 100 years old, and you still won't know everything. Only person that know everything is God Himself, not nobody on no damn earth that's walk around here with chips on their shoulder and try to rule other people. I don't like none of that. And when they be saying that the fire department, I said that before, mother, but the fire department are the real hero. Like there's no good cops that die in the line of duty. And I even heard a cop was telling me that a lot of cops got killed in the line of duty. They didn't even care about the cop. All they care about is they so scared, like somebody doing something, like when the cops do a traffic stop, they come there, and the cop had to tell you a damn thing. They're like, you think because you pay people taxes, that everybody got to bow down to y'all, and like y'all right. Y'all can't be right about everything, and I don't care what y'all say. If anybody want to debate me, I don't care. I'm not bowing down to nobody but God. I don't bow down to no man. Man always want to rule. That's why there's so many wars going on in other countries, because man wants to rule everything. They always like that. And I'm a man, but I'm not like that. But I was brought up around women most of the time, and women is more compassionate for a man. For you know, it's her cause. But a man, first thing don't go right. Let's make war. That's what they about. Most men, they like to be on top, and I think the audit people, most of them like that. They like that title. I'm your boss, because they nothing but a damn title, and they go to their head, and a lot of them hungry. They don't care how they talk to people, and how you, and I don't like that. I don't answer questions, but they want everybody to answer them. And then when they go in, say when you go in 10 different states, I don't think your tax dollar cover every damn state. Your tax dollar, when they take tax out of your check, that's for the state that you live in. Not know every state. They always talk about this is the people's bill. I said, yeah, right. I just don't like how they operate. And when a person asks them nicely to lead, they stand up. They want to debate, and they like to get reaction. That's how they make their money. It's all a damn hustle. Maybe some of them care, and some of them don't. It's another way to make money. It's a hustle. Because I even hit him to my, I make more money than you. Why would you say that? I said that other bill because I'm pissed off, and that's why I don't understand why people love this flag so much. I respect people that fought in the war. People don't give them my answer, even though they wasn't my ancestors, just native, but I'm still a native myself. No, I didn't how they see them give praises to the cold talkers. If it wasn't for them, they would have lost the war, and then we'd be speaking Japanese and German. That what we'd be speaking right now. I don't hear none of them say that. All they out for their self. And then as soon as something go right, I'm suing. Because it's all about money. They like to provoke people so they can get a lawsuit. Don't you see? It's a new breed of hustle. And a lot of them talk like they ain't got no damn sense. And I get mad about that. That's why I tell people, I'm not trying to tell nobody to hate the flag, but the flag wasn't really meant for people of color. Because if it was, people never had slaves in the first place. The flag was around when they had slavery. Was it for them too? No, it wasn't for them. It's only for white America. That's why I understand why people salute this flag. And also, and the flag waged war on the Indians, that's wiped out Indians for no reason because they couldn't control them and taking their children to Pennsylvania. Y'all don't speak about that. They got a movie now. I saw it. What is it called? Brave Woman. She was very brave to stand up to them. They didn't like that. And y'all don't speak about that. Or y'all only talk about cops and tyrants and all that stuff. Y'all got to come up with something new. Because to me, it's getting played out. I even hear other people. I seen an order guy. I wouldn't do nothing like that. I seen he came someplace and they bust his windows out. And if you supposed to make us so much money, like the guy said, why you asking your fan to or for money? You know, I ask for money, but it's not for me. I'm not in this to make money. I'm gonna help people. I want to help natives first before I help other people. Nobody don't give them no help, and that's why I said I wanted to raise money, to give them stole. I'm even gonna put some money. I can't get them a lot because I ain't got no money. But the stole is $500 in New Mexico. That's the Pueblo village. I spoke about it a couple of times on my video. I'm trying to get them help because they don't care about them. But you see what they did to those Lakota girls? Took them to the school and cut their hair and try to make them Christians. That's why a lot of churches is phony too. I'm not saying all of them like that. I don't badmouth nothing because that's not none of me to do. That's for God to judge people. I just try to speak the truth and let people know that back in those times, the American flag wasn't for you. It's like when the soldiers came out the military, project wasn't supposed to be for civilians. The projects was designed for soldiers to get on their feet, but then they just started putting people in there. The soldiers, some soldiers was homeless. He fought for this country, and y'all letting him be a homeless and stuff like that. Like when I was in Manhattan one time, there was a vet out there asking people for money. He shouldn't even be asking for money. This man fought for this country and lost his leg sitting in a wheelchair, and a Chinese man that owned a restaurant threw water on him. See what I'm saying? People don't care. And he was a vet, and I shook his hand. I bought him food. So the China guy said, "I don't want him from my restaurant." So I looked at him. I didn't say. I just gave the man the food because he didn't have no leg. I ain't seen nobody trying to help him. They only help interested in Ukraine, and Russia. I mean that's bad too. But you have to think people. America's so quick to help people in other countries, so like the blink of an eye or so, but they won't help people here. You have to be practically dead to get help here. That's why I respect Muhammad Ali when he wouldn't go to the war and they stripped him of his championship belt. That's why he told Joe Frazier, you know who the real champ is. And he had to fight all over again just to get the belt back, which he already had earned. That's why, like, I wouldn't join the army. They tried to recruit me in 1976. That's when they used to come to your house. This girl, they didn't come to your house. Yes, they did. I said that was in the 70s. I know they came right to my house. Not my. So I'm not going to no war to fight for this country because they only help the people that's here. But y'all willing to help other people and give them money and stuff, and people donate. I don't see nobody donate money to a poor reservation. I did a church. I seen them down there. You should have seen the bucket was filled with money. To send to Ukraine, and I'm not being mean, but they trying to hand me a flag for support for Ukraine. I wouldn't take the flag. Not that I'm being mean. I feel bad for those people, but you know, you can't force somebody else's problems on another person. You know, I'm going through a lot of stuff right now. I just don't say anything because I don't want people to. I don't want people to say, "Oh, this guy's a terrorist," and then that you get your channel taken down. That's why I told my son, "You have to watch what you say." I'm not none of those things. You don't never hear me talking about I want to go pick up arms and stuff like that because that's not me. I'm just trying to tell y'all about some things y'all don't understand about the flag. It's not. It's probably now people of color look at it, but back then the flag was not for you because if it was, they looked at Indians like they wasn't even real. When they got the scout to come, when as soon as the Lakota seen the scout, they knew what was up, and the soldiers come charging over the thing, shot down over 300 natives. Most of them was women and children, and they did that while the natives was out. Probably the man was out hunting, so they didn't have no protection. And they keep talking about a terrorist attack. That was a terrorist attack right there. by the army, and the army killed Indians, and that's why y'all respect the military. I hear them um like all in America. I hear him saying thanks for your service. Well, he more don't know the army killed a lot of Indians. Was their service good then? You kill, to me, that's a coward move. You kill women and children that couldn't even defend themselves. You bombing them and shooting them, and with all the Indians had was, like arrows and stuff. These the army had Gatling guns and cannons and all that stuff. That's a terrorist act committed right here in America. If you don't do what the system say, you out. And see, that's why, like today, Indians don't get no help unless you have to make all these television appearances. You still don't get help. Nobody don't focus on that. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it live, and I'm keeping it real and stuff like that to all my native indigenous people out there, like my peeps and stuff. More power to us, because one day the Creator gonna come Himself, and the whole system gonna change, and they be talking all this stuff. You can't fight a holy war. Not something so powerful, no matter how what you got on this earth, will not stand up to a holy war. And that's why I've seen things that scared me, because I know a lot of churches don't believe in angels, but if they wasn't real, why they mention them in the Bible? So I don't understand that and stuff. So, but I just want to touch on this stuff, and I like the flag. Don't get caught up in this stuff when they say you get sworn in, you sworn in to obey the system, and that created you. That's why I told my son, don't try to go to jail, because that's $1 billion industry. It's like McDonald's and Burger King. The jail system make more money than Burger King, because it's a business. When you get locked up, they charge them $30,000 a month um for the room and board. That probably your food and everything is $30,000 a month. So you tell them who got money? They got money. And when a war break out, they go up on things in America that we not even a part of that, and make you paying for a war. That's why they go up when a war break out. They go up on the gas, all that stuff. When I try to get help, I was standing outside one day asking for money. I wasn't begging. My mother had passed away, and I was trying to get gas money to go from Connecticut to New York. And a friendly Jamaican, I didn't ask for the money. She just started talking to me and my fiance, and I said, "Yeah, my mother passed away a few days ago, and I don't have enough gas to get there." This lady didn't even know me. She reached right in her pocket. I think it was $40 or $50. So we had enough to go there and come back with. Now she was very nice, and she gave us her phone number. All of a sudden, I lost her. I've been trying to see if we can find this lady, but she come to Stop and Shop, but I haven't seen her. Maybe she moved or something. Because this was back in 2013. My mother passed away then, and I put some native stuff in a coffin with her favorite Indian blanket that she liked so much. I gave her a bear claw necklace that was given to me in a ceremonial. And so I gave it to her. I gave her one of my turquoise rings, so she'd go into the new world fully confiscated, like confiscate. She's an important person, was in my life, and that's why I say people should be careful. I'm not telling nobody else how to feel, but people got their own agenda. That's my feeling. I'm quite sure as natives that feel the same way I do. That's why I said, uh, what's the big fascination about this flag that murdered Native Americans, enslaved? The army killed a lot of slaves when old brute face Abraham Lincoln sent those soldiers down there. They wasn't good either, the Yankees. That's why the Confederates didn't like them either. They went in and took and the army also, um, and the settlers would come in Cherokee. Oh, all Indians that live in teepee, the Cherokees built log cabins. They lived in houses. So they went right in their house, because the Cherokee was like, became, even though they wasn't never savage, they was, had a house, piano and everything. When the white settlers seen that, they pushed them out of the house and took the houses from them. You don't see that on the news or nothing. You know, and but about this war, that's all you see. And I don't want I want somebody to tell me if I'm wrong. I can take criticism. Or the people, if you never hear them say they wrong about nothing, but they think that they the law. And I had some cops try not to get in confrontation with them and all this stuff, do the walk of shame. Ain't nobody doing the walk of shame. He doesn't want to argue with y'all with your stupid ass. Y'all like confrontation, and they try to pretend they don't. They like, and they try to be so polite. I see a lot of them always saying, they contradict themselves too. They always saying, "I'm cordial and polite." I hear them saying, telling people to f yourself. How that gonna be cordial? See, it don't make sense. And I'm not being nasty or nothing like that. Even though if you hate a cop, I know a lot of them hate cops anyway. That's why they talk to them like that. And when they say that word public servant, yeah, they know they public servant, but like y'all say it in a derogatory way, like a person say the N word or if a person say spick, y'all wouldn't like that, But y'all talk to them like nothing. And even though they keep saying I don't need you, you never don't say never because that's why a lot of people. I told my son, don't say no. That's why you don't wish harm on people. Like I hear people say, I wish you would die. You shouldn't do that because the universe can hear and his spirits in the world, demons, they listen to everything you say. Oh, this one got a violent thought. He can make something happen to you or a member of your family. And you can be taken, like you said, I wish you were dead. You can walk out the door the next day and a demon can make you get killed. That's why I say be careful what you say and see that it comes back to bite you right in the backside. And that's why a lot of them, even though it's no law say you have to wear a mask, but people try to be safe. And there was dissing people like that. One day their ass might get sick, and they're gonna be saying, "Oh wow, I've been in the hospital with COVID for 7 days. I stayed in the hospital. That ain't no joke." And like I was saying, like my uncle that was in the military, this COVID been out since the '50s because he was in the service. He should know. Then they just made it more potent now. When a doctor took poison from a bat in in Asia and made this stuff all over. Because I seen a movie, Resident Evil. When you see her get in the elevator, one of the movies, you would see the word COVID on the door, and that was 2003. And my uncle said it'd been out longer than that. You just never heard of it. They kept it on the wraps. So don't believe the hype. And some people. Well, that's a quote from Public Enemy number one. But what I was saying, uh, hey, you can believe in the flag, but I never found nothing good about the flag, like the stars in there. Those are stolen state that they took from indigenous people from all over the America. It's a guy gonna try to get me a book on this Indian princess from Connecticut that nobody don't know about. He's gonna give me a copy of it, and I'm gonna talk about her. That stuff like that people don't talk about. It's not negative what I talk. I'm just stating facts, good as I possibly know. That's why I always say if I'm wrong about something, let me know. I take criticism, but some people can't take criticism. Some people don't like it. All the people don't ever want to take responsibility for nothing. Um, Sometimes the cop don't even be thinking about them. They so obsessed with that. As soon as they see a cop, what's the Third Amendment? And just for the cop don't answer him, you don't know it. How the hell you know it? When you a mind reader, he could know it, but then oh, boy, I don't have to hit this guy mouth. And it's like you his slave owner. That's what boss mean. You the taskmaster. So y'all the one is the bullies and stuff like that. If you don't know what boss mean, that's why I told my son never say boss. The boss is almost is nasty. Very soon you find a boss that's nice, and most of them are nasty because they got that whether they know or not, they got that white mentality, and that's why they don't care how they talk to people. That was done centuries ago, and it still rub off on people today, especially people of color. So if nobody don't like what I'm saying, you don't have to look at it. You don't have to comment. If you like what I'm saying, I take criticism, comments, or good comments. I'm just trying to speak. I'm not trying to hurt nobody or anything. I don't walk the street looking for um um a reaction. They drive on that, and I can see the cop. Sometimes the cop not being nasty. You don't know what's on the cop mind. All you care about. What's the Third Amendment? What's the Third Amendment? Y'all can make a scratch record and rap on it. So, because y'all run that so much. And sometimes the cop, when he see you, I seen the cop, as soon as he saw y'all coming, he got in a patrol car and rolled off right away. That's the walk of shame. No, it's not. He don't want to get in no debate with you or a confrontation because y'all like that. Y'all keep saying y'all don't. All y'all do the same thing. I'm gathering a story. Which story? I don't see nothing y'all publish or like that. What that supposed to be the story? Going harassing people, even though y'all don't want to admit, oh, it's not harassment. Questions will become harassment too if you keep trying. I seen a cop try to walk away from an audit prison. They just cussed this man out and Cuomo told the cop go F his mother and stuff like that. And the cop, to me, that's professional. He kept his cool. He said, have a nice day. I'm not having a nice day. You just bothering my peace. You be bothering people's peace. Y'all don't want to go into these places. Then when you can't get what y'all want, y'all start acting like little children. I seen one guy, he was determined to get in that building, and he started making threats. I'm gonna sue you. That's the only thing about a sue, because that's I told you it's a racket, it's hustle, and they use those amendments like a man pimp a woman. They pimp the Constitution and the amendments. So I don't care what they say. I'm an Indian, so like they said, they could say what they want. I got freedom of speech. I can say what I want to. I don't answer to anybody. Only person I answer to is God and my mother. But my mother is deceased. God rest her soul. My mother was a great person, and I never cussed at her. When you see them cuss like that, they must have cussed at their parents like that or something. 'Cause I never cussed at them. I never said "f you" and "f your mother." I never said none of that stuff. Either either my mother was wrong, I wouldn't talk back to her. 'Cause her, my father, her the one, and God, most the one gave me life. So how you gonna cuss out your mother and stuff? I seen people do that. They talk all nice, and you don't know what they do at home. So I can't say anything. I'm not judging nobody. I'm just saying I'm not patriotic to this flag. Y'all can be patriotic. Foreigners like the American flag because they don't know the history behind it and stuff like that. That's why they say one nation under God. That's not true. Well, if it was true, like I keep going back to that, trying to stir up something in their head that's full of rocks. That that one nation under God, it was not for everybody. If it was, they would have never owned slaves. They would have never murdered Indians, killed their children, raped the women, none of that stuff. And they go back home with polished boots and all relaxed and stuff like that, and you just killed a bunch of Indians. To them, Indian wasn't human. To them. That's why when they say, God bless America, it's not blessed for everybody. If it was, everything would have been in order. It wasn't. And when they said the flag was still standing, like I said, that was a British fleet bombing that place. And I guarantee you, on both sides was white. So that's why they be saying our fathers died for this Constitution and Third Amendment, not your fathers, because them people back there, that was for them. But the people of color got into this law stuff. So when you say I follow law and you say I don't follow policy, to me, you can ask any Indian. The law is not real either. So you following something that's not real either. I know you got to have it now for other invasion country, the people that have come in your country, because everybody got an interest in this country and not the Indian, and nobody don't even think about it. When people look at me, they don't even think that I'm a native and stuff like that. I used to speak native language real good, but as I got older, I forgot. But I know some of my mother spoke it fluently. So people look at me like East Indians. They look at me like I'm trying to be them. I'm not trying to be y'all. I'm not even an Indian. That was Columbus that did that. We as indigenous people, but some Indians know that you had to say the Indians from like cowboys and Indians. So people, oh, you mean that kind of Indian? Indians told me, why you trying to be? I'm not trying to be y'all. Y'all not even who y'all say y'all is. Because you did the word India was not in the Bible. The word their country was called Elam and stuff like that. And Egyptians, that's not their real name. Their real name was Massa. Masa. I might be saying it wrong. And the Egyptian guy told me I was right. So people don't know something. They should get the facts right before they say something. You make yourself look like a dummy. And they always saying that you're gonna be on the internet for on YouTube forever. I said, hey, I don't care. That's like you threatening people, like, and they always want you to apologize to them. That if you apologize, that'll make them think, yeah, I did something. I'm a big dude. I'm a big man. I wouldn't give a rat's butt about all that stuff. That's why when I seen that YouTube guy trying to, so you gonna be on my thing for life, I said I don't care. That don't threaten me. So when you say a camera's not a weapon, why you saying that? That's you using a camera to threaten people with. Camera is a weapon, 'cause like that Tarana Burley in New York. I don't know if y'all know about that. She lied on some cop. I guess they don't want to hear me say nothing like that because they hate cops. She lied on this cop, and the cop was only 24 years old, and the press kept bothering him, and it was so much he committed suicide. They found out he didn't do that. It was all a lie. See how people. That's why a lot of times when you see a cop um stopping somebody right away. I'm gonna see if he's violating the person right. Y'all don't care about the person right. Y'all going because y'all want to get a reaction so you can get the cop in trouble. If he say the wrong thing, then you threaten him like sue because you figure if you sue that'll make a person chill out. That's tactics. Those are like scare tactics which y'all use too. Y'all say cops use them, y'all use them too because y'all always threatening people. Oh, I'm gonna sue you barking up to a lawsuit. I don't like that stuff. But what I was saying about the flag, people do your research. The flag, in my opinion, that's just my opinion. I might be wrong, but I don't think so. The flag was not for people of color and stuff like that. And even when they did start putting blacks and Native Americans in the military, it still wasn't. They still wasn't equal to a white soldier. But the code talkers, I met one of their granddaughter, yeah, relative. She said because it was so long ago, she said the code talker, I think she went with his grandfather. They didn't really get the respect other soldiers got because they wasn't European descent, and that's why I was saying when I was in school, I would salute the flag. So they sent me to the principal. I was 10 years old. My mother said, "You had to sleep on the, that's ain't that uh, his rights was violated." See, that's why I'm saying. Like when I was at Walmart, I got hit in the face with a brick. Now this cop, to me, should be trained over. He didn't do anything. I still like officers, good ones, but y'all be saying we like good cops. I don't even think y'all like good cops. Cause when they sometimes a person that don't mean that he's being disrespectful. Sometimes a person don't want to hear that he want to have a nice, you want to wake up and have a nice day at work, nothing go wrong if it's not if it's possible. As soon as y'all see a cop, what's the Third Amendment? And a cop told me he don't have to answer you. He said because you don't know what kind of day this cop is having, and y'all just want him to bow down to y'all every need. It's like when I seen that they went in some building, a police station, and the cop was out of uniform. I think I spoke about this before, but I keep bringing it up to say to tell them that some of the stuff they do is not right. But I wouldn't even try to say that they would never admit that they're wrong. You can't be right on every damn subject. It's impossible. Even a genius don't know everything. He gonna keep learning too. Sometimes a genius, he can be smart. He can burn his brain out. Like you call too much, you can fry the computer. And like the computers can go down because too many people call it. So his brain get fried. He loses his geniuses. That's what I'm saying. I don't pretend I know everything. There's so much stuff you can never learn everything. Just like people read the Bible over and over and over, over and over and over, and still don't understand what they just read in the Bible. That's why I don't pretend to know the Bible. I don't try to be false. Some people preach out that Bible and they be as phony as a pair of Nikes. And that's how I feel about this flag and everything I'm talking about. I'm sorry I didn't. I don't want to upset nobody. I'm just telling the truth. If y'all like what I'm saying, if y'all like what I'm saying, you can share, comment, like, and subscribe. I think I'm saying I can never get that word right. So that's all I got to say about that today. Uh, Da 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 wado. And thank you for letting me come into y'all living rooms or whatever y'all. And my Cheyenne friend taught me this word to say thank you. It's Yawish. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now. Remember what I said. Bye.